water ridge, and the feedback that we had from me asking last time was area B, which I think was this one. So the challenge we're going to have with this area is cleaning out this, well, it doesn't seem that deep at the moment, pool of bad water, but it's fed by quite a few sources. So we've got a source here. The key thing with this source is it is also providing our bad water here. Just reminding myself. So no, we are INT, so we just have the bad water discharge. So we do need that. So we will need to make sure that we'll probably want to block off across here and across here. So this one can fill up our bad water pumping area, but then shoot off the map. We probably want to cap this off. We're going to need to cap this off. And then we have a freshwater source here. So we've got a nice waterfall there, actually. That's kind of cool. We're probably going to need to block off some of the exits of the water. So we're putting clean water into this area to start diluting this and cleaning it out. We're going to need to get rid of those. Yeah, it's going to be a fun challenge. So that's our next big thing that we need to tackle. So I'm just looking at all of my levels. I am yet again away in a hotel. That means two things. One, I'm recording on my laptop for now. There has been a change in my mobile situation. And it also means probably I'm going to be recording a ton of TimberBorn content over the next few days. So, I just noticed we have 9 logs, which is not great, is it? Also, I have not played this save in quite a while, so I'm just re-familiarizing myself with things. And I'll try and remember the comments that people have made. I had planned to be really super organized and make notes and stuff. I haven't, so yeah. But I'll try and remember people's comments and we will address them. So we were working on, I'm just remembering, we were working on putting hydration into here so that we could plant a forest in here. So we were putting in our irrigation system, which consists of a channel and some pools and some floodgates and stuff, so the beavers are getting that built. Someone made a really good point. I'm sorry, again, I have forgotten your name. We have disconnected some things from the power grid. So this seems to have 0 power. So I clearly do not have the clutch mod installed on here. So let's put in a, so yep, that's the thing. I had installed the clutch mod on my desktop PC, but not on here. So let's put that in. But then also, when I made this change, I had disconnected. Oh, it's a very dry hotel room. When I made this change to the power and terraformed this, I disconnected the rest of the power grid from the generator system. So it is currently only running on the engines, which was a little bit silly, but thank you to the person that spotted it. I'm sorry, I have said many times I am awful at remembering your names, but I really, really do appreciate your comments. So what we're going to do is put a really badly placed T-piece, in here. Like that. We're going to high prioritize building the T-piece. So if we put, because we've managed to kill our bot building. So if we build the T-piece, we'll then build the high power shaft. Let's pause the high power shaft so they build the T-piece first, because otherwise I won't be able to get to it. So this is reconnected. That's cool. Let's get that built, please, beavers. We've got a little bit of wood there. That probably the issue here is about they can't get to a bunch of this stuff. So let's put a bit of path in along there. So bot production will be back, but we need that going. That will mean the engines will switch off, which when you're really short of wood, having all your engines running is not good. So, yeah. Come on. Someone come finish that, and then we'll... I think we want to get this project finished, really, and up and running, and then we'll... we've not really got any supplies stockpiled to start to think about exploring into and cleaning up Area B, but we will think about a plan for how we might tackle it. So, I also need to get some more farming going, I think, so we'll have a look at that as well. Right, that's in. So now let's unpause that and high prioritize that. That's got all its components, so we just need someone to come and build it. And if you build it, they will come. And that should then shut off all of the engines. Yep. So there we go. Everything's reconnected. Thank you so much for that. I had completely missed it. We actually have some spare bots. Let's unlock bots for building. We'll get a few builder bots going on, and then probably let's have a look through our jobs, shall we? Centrifuges would probably not be a bad idea, but let's throw some bots in there. I think that's a good idea. Sorry, I feel really out of sorts with this. I had a look. It's been pretty much maybe a good 5 days or so. There we go, since I have played on here. And it really feels like a long time. So I'm just kind of getting myself back up to really remembering what I was doing. So, and where we were with things. Alright, so let's put you there. And you lot there. And then we need a... Come on. Thank you. We could use that floodgate. But I kind of feel like I want to use... How do I want to control these? Yeah, we could use that one. Advanced, attach to stream gauge. And what we're going to do is if the stream gauge is below a half... Just turning down my mouse sensitivity. I so wish I could type numbers in. We are going to close them. And if it is above a half... we're going to set it to a half. We shouldn't have to worry about contamination, so I think that's fine. So we just need to repeat that. I've lost my cursor, as you do. So a half. I'm just going to get this done and I'll come back. It's going to take me a moment. Okay, that took longer than it should to fine tune those. And then what we're going to do is we need to adjust the position of this path. We need the delete function. I do know how to play this game, honest. Not brilliantly, but not bad. I want to put in a water dump, and we also need to put in some foresters. So we're also going to need a way to get over these channels that I've built. So I'm going to put in a few platforms because that should increase the options for the foresters to get across. And then can I really cover that with one forester? Almost, but I feel like 2 foresters would be better. I almost feel like building foresters over both of those would work. So what we're going to do, it's a bit of an experiment. I'm going to do that and that. And we're going to put one forester there. We're going to put a fluid dump next to it. And then with our channel, we can just put a... so we need to run a path along there anyway. We can do that. So what we'll do is we'll run a path to there. I'm basically trying to minimize, and we'll run the path around, I think, around the edge, and kind of trying to minimize the amount of land we give up to path, if that makes any sort of sense to people. But I think 2 foresters is going to be a good idea. I've put that path in the wrong place. So fluid dump. Let's make them the same, shall we? There we go. Let's then delete that path that's in the wrong place and put it in the correct place. There we go. And then what we do is we go advanced, attach to stream gauge U, and we unpause if you're below 0.5. Come on. Come on. Oh, I hate this. 0.52? Yeah. Pause if above 0.53. It's close enough. I'll fine tune them later. Attached to stream gauge. Unpause if below. Again, I'll fine tune them in a bit. Water, prioritize. And then we want to do storage. So this, I just said I'm traveling. I forgot to bring my mouse pad with me, and for fine tuning that stuff, it makes a real difference. So I'm just mousing on a really rubbish desk. It sucks. But yeah, these 2 will be able to plant most of that once we've got some hydration going. So that'll be cool. And we can get all of that area planted. The other suggestion that we had, 2 suggestions. One was to extend the farming down here. The issue is this area kind of dries out. So my other thought, the other suggestion, was around hydroponics, and I kind of like that idea. Do we have our number crunchers up and running yet? We have 2, but I suspect we have ample power still. Yep, so let's put in another one to continue crunching the numbers. While we've got spare power, I think it's kind of sensible to be number crunching, so we'll get another one of those built. And my thought, and kind of what I asked about, was, and we're just going to, these were temporary, so they are going to go. before we get into terraforming area B is hydroponics. So we will need more water storage. So we're going to build 2 large water tanks. Set to obtain. I am wondering if we want to up the water pumping capacity. We are busy working on our water storage capacity, or we were, which we've actually pumped dry for maybe not the first time. So it would be a good idea to keep working on expanding this, wouldn't it? This is what happens when you don't play a save frequently enough. You forget the projects you were working on. So let's detonate some of this. That's all on that level. So let's detonate that. Thank you. Jeez, autosave. Wow, you're killing me here. Come on. Come on. So we'll come back to that in a moment. So yeah, I did say, and I normally just talk about gameplay when I'm playing TimberBorn, but I do travel quite a lot, as you will have picked up on if you've been following me for a little while. Actually, that's working rather well. I'm going to just let that sit for a moment and finish its hydrating, see where we should actually plant trees. What I am going to do is put in a few more platforms to build our lumberjacks on, so we're not taking up space in the plantable area. That seems like a good idea to me. Don't know if it does to you. Kind of gonna do it anyway. Yeah, I travel quite a lot, and I also end up doing quite a lot of stuff on my laptop for reasons. And so I have started to put together an ITX computer, if you're not computing, a small computer that fits in my laptop carrying bag, but is more powerful than a laptop and a bit quieter. And yeah, so it's only partway done. It's actually sat next to me on the desk because this is quite a long trip that I'm on, so I'm hoping to get it finished and up and running while I'm away. Joys of having a YouTube channel, I can indulge my tech geekiness. So yeah, I got TimberBorn installed on it last night. I need to install mods on it, and I didn't have the brain power to do that last night. So I'm not playing on there yet, but we're getting there, and that'll be cool. It'll be kind of fun. It's kind of fun setting it up. And yeah, that's going to allow me, hopefully, to be a bit more productive when I'm traveling, doing content creation. Depending on the hotel, and I've not really thought about streaming TimberBorn because it's kind of tricky. But for Farm Sim fans, depending on the hotel and their internet connection, might even let me stream while I'm traveling. So... And I do stream from my laptop at the moment. It's partly why I've bought this thing, because streaming from my laptop sucks. But due to some reasons, I end up streaming from my laptop because I can't sit upstairs and game in evenings quite often. So yeah. Right, let's start planting some trees, shall we? Because we are desperately short of wood. So that looks like we should be able to plant all of that. I'm going to go around the edges first, and then we can just fill in the middle. I'm disappointed we can't get along here further. Thought we might get further along here, but I don't want to plant where our water dumps are not going to be hydrating, so we'll go with what we've got. You know, run what you brung, or whatever it is they say in them places. Can you tell it's been a long day at work? Can you tell? So good to get back to making videos after taking a week off. Or not even a week off. A bit of time off. Let's unpause the game, shall we? So progress happens. And the drought is over, which is kind of good. Because that means we'll get water back. Which is kind of good, because, you know, like, water's quite important for beavers. They quite like water. We have 5 spare bots. We also have some spare beavers. So I'm going to unpause that farmhouse. Yep. Did I dream building an extra? No, I didn't dream building an extra farmhouse. I did build it. We are farming that stuff. That's good. I did not plant the missing corn in here. Let's do that. Get that going. We'll let them build this before we put the hydroponics in. Right. You have a good 30 plus days before you will be needed, so you can be paused. Pause. You need to be prioritized by haulers. So you actually get water in you. And we need to give bots some jobs. So let's have a look, shall we? We did centrifuges. Coffee brewery, I'm not too worried about. Bad water pumps, no. Water pumps, no. Beavers can pump water just fine. Dirt excavated. Do we have enough science? Yes. Let's get that unlocked. Do we want to do the mine? We should, yes. And then we probably need to wait until we can refill that with bots. So that works for me. While we are here, let's mark this area to be cut so I don't forget, because, you know, it wouldn't be the first time that I've done that now, would it? Awesome. Wow, my laptop is making a lot of noise. I think that's not picking up. It is very unhappy. It's quite a warm hotel room. So, yeah. Right, that's paused. That's going. That's not too bad. Oh, that got built. That's cool. Now, you don't have any wood, which is not so cool. So we need to get some haulers to come bring some wood to charge this up. That would be good. That's in. So let's detonate that. Did they put the rest of that explosives in? They did. So let's detonate that. There is another random piece there, and that can go. Let's detonate that. So that's starting to make that area a bit deeper. If we wanted to clear that out, we would need to build something in there. So I'm just going to build those. And that. And then that looks like double. That looks like triple. And they look like singles. So let's do that. Yep. It's going to be a slow process making this reservoir area bigger, I think. I mean, I say that I could just start chopping this wall back from here. could just start doing that, which would make it bigger. That would literally do the job that I need it to do. Yeah. That would do it. That would do it. All right. Our 2 big water tanks are in. So, food. Hydroponic gardens. So I'm going to turn them this way because we are going to stack them. Which means we're going to need to build some stairs for them to be accessed. Let's do 4 to start with. That seems like enough to me. So, for now, we'll do 2 of each. So we'll do mushrooms here. And if I can select it, we'll do algae and algae. And hopefully, if the depth of the water here hits a half, those have paused and those have opened up, and we're good. Awesome. Cool. Ooh, there's a bit of flooding. Ooh, a bit of flooding. Bit of flooding. A lot of flooding. Go away, flooding. There we go. Cool. And speaking of flooding, this is sort of this seems to be okay. So that's cool. Yeah, so we'll get the hydroponics built. We are going to need an extra food factory for the algae rations, and we're going to need to do fermented mushrooms. So, but we'll get to that when we can. We've got a lot of spare beavers. Got a lot of spare beavers. Oh, we've got flooding there now as well. Interesting. Why are we suddenly getting flooding that we weren't getting before? How has this change created flooding? Oh, I built this, didn't I? This change has created flooding. Because we've narrowed... I guess we've narrowed that down. Okay. So... we need... and it's stabilized, so maybe we don't need to do anything. Maybe we're okay. Maybe we can just leave it. This is doing its thing, which is cool. This is now full of bots, which is cool. I'm really just getting my feet back under the table today. So, yeah. It's really weird. Such a short amount of time off from playing a particular save just feels like so long away. I don't know if any of you, if you feel like that when you take a break from playing your particular save games. So I've been playing the Mega Build save still, and so yeah, it feels kind of. I don't know. Right. So that's all working. Those are in. We want to prioritize those by haulers. I feel we should build some more haulers. I feel like we're going to build a hauling post there for beavers. I feel like that's not a bad idea at all. We have another drought approaching. I'm feeling a lot of things, aren't I? Yeah. Yeah. Very in touch with my feelings today. I'm considering increasing our pumping capacity, but maybe I'll do that once we've opened all of this up. Something that I thought would be cool. Actually, it's a mod that I think would be really cool. Would be a water block that you could have on top of waterfalls that generated power. But then I thought maybe it would be really cool if I built this out enough that we could put water wheels on top of it so that it was like a hydro dam. And we could maybe use it instead of needing to use the engine. So I might have a think about that. So we'd have to make it. We could just use the compact ones, which are 3 long. So we'd have to make it like a 3 deep dam. But I think that'd be really cool. Obviously, it's less beneficial in hard mode where you've got water quite infrequently, but it appealed to me as being something kind of fun. Alright, double dynamite should take the rest of that down. We'll get that off, and I think I'm going to start cutting that back. Yep. Hydroponics are in. Hydroponics take a really long time from what I remember, don't they? Tell me in days. What's that? 12 days, and I think maybe 8 days. So we've got a bit of time before we need to build stuff. Speaking of taking a long time, it takes him a really long time I'm gonna throw bots in here. Get this done a bit quicker. We'll put a bot. We'll put bots in the grease factory. Get that going quicker. And then we'll come back in a bit when we've got some more spare bots to see what else we want to boticize. How are we doing power-wise? We've still got lots of power, so let's delete a bit more path. And what would we need to... Actually, could we... No, I don't think we should put one over that. So we're going to need to do a little bit of terraforming to tessellate one. Just a couple of blocks. I think if we do that, there we go. Get 4 number crunchers running there. Our forest should grow a bit quicker now. Do wonder whether we should build some more charging capacity. Fermented cassavas. Have we got actual cassavas? Don't recognize the symbols so much. We only have a very small amount of cassavas. Are we harvesting all of our cassavas now? We are. Okay. Okay, so let's have a look over here, actually, while we've got... while we're not in a drought. While we're not in a drought. So... we've got bad water coming through there and there. So if we block that off, that will stop bad water coming in to that. And we've got bad water coming from there, causing us problems, really. So We really... let's think about a path. Let's think about doing something for Site B. That's Jurassic Park, isn't it? Or Lost World? Lost World. So I don't think... Famous last words. Mark the time, someone. Mark the time. I have no idea what episode this is. I kind of feel that if I block this, this is not going to cause us significant issues. But it is going to stop more liquid going into this pool. And that is a fairly easy thing to do. Not like that, though. There. Oh, Jesus. There. Path, 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 path. And levee. And at the same time, there's our drought starting, which is kind of handy because it will let me see this. We are going to do, I think, a platform there will let me do a bad water discharge there. Not that that's really affecting this area significantly. But we will then keep planning this out. We're going to need to go back up to the side. It almost feels like this maybe warrants another district, but maybe not. Oh, there's metal there. Shiny. I want to get that source capped off. So, because we cannot yet guarantee that we are using bot. Oh, geez, what happened there? And mouse touchpad. We cannot guarantee that we have bots for builders. We'll do that. And then that. Like that. I am going to make that one a lower priority, although they've almost built that one somehow. So over here we need explosives, metal blocks, and gears. So we need not that many explosives. So I'll let them do the explosives naturally. We need gear storage, and we need metal block storage. So I think if we can block that one off, we'll then have clean water coming in through here. It will flow through here. And then actually, it might make sense to not have that be blocked. Might make sense to have that be a platform, because we could then send clean water in to start clearing it out. yeah. We'll do that. We'll do that. How are we doing with our explosives placement over here? So that's in, so let's detonate that. Let's delete this piece of path, and we can delete that as well. Can we reach both of those? We can. We can reach that as well. So we'll blow those up. Let's blow you up. You can start going. You can go. You can go. So let's put some double dynamite there and some triple dynamite there. I do wonder if we should start removing this peninsula. But actually there's not that much depth there. We'd have to do quite a lot of work. I think that maybe the benefit is in cutting this back. But we'll keep going with that for now. Call the bots. We've got 6 spare bots. Let's have another look through jobs to turn into bots. Jobs for the bots. Food factories are done. Gear workshops are all done. Grease factory is done. Lumber mills, that seems like a good idea. We can't do inventors. Oil presses. Smelters are all done. Temper shack, no. Oil press, yes. Cool. So we're a few behind now, but that will catch up again, hopefully. How are we for bot parts? We are a bit low, so maybe we could do with building some more bot part production soon. Got this lovely little spot here that would be just perfect, I think. What we should actually do, rather than pretend to do, is put in a control tower. Yeah, let's put one there. That doesn't seem like a bad idea. We've got our 4 number crunchers going now. Oh, we need to unpause all of the lumberjacks over here. So because they can't cut it down if you told them to not come to work. And we're really short of logs, so yep, that forest is almost planted, but that's good. That'll start to give us some more lumber, because lumber's jack. Right, that's in. They're making their way across. That's almost built already, apart from metal blocks. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, I guess that's just the rate that the 4 smelters can work at. We do have tab key. Yeah, we've got scrap metal storage there. They're prioritized by haulers. Productivity of those is only 68%. Right. Let's get those prioritized by haulers. Let's build another hauling post, because we do have some spare beavers. So how are these looking? They are almost done. So the mushrooms are almost done. We ferment mushrooms, don't we? So we can do that through these. Because we've got a couple spare. We need some storage for mushrooms. There's not mushroom. I know, I'm funny, aren't I? And then we'll do some fermented mushrooms there. We'll set that to supply, and we'll try and fit in some storage nearer their accommodations. So, fermented mushrooms, obtain. We'll make it look nice. Why am I doing a funny accent? I don't know why I'm doing a funny accent. It's been a long day, chaps. It's been a long day, and chapesses. There we go. Jolly good. Jolly good. So, yeah. Fermented mushrooms will be happening. Which is great. We will need to build some more fermenters, but that's okay. But I'm thinking that it is time to ramp up. Number one, grease production. So we are barely producing enough grease. And then science, bot part factories. 1, 2, 3. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to tower these. So still covered by the science tower. Yeah. I am going to 1, 2. We're going to seriously ramp up bot production for the next video so that I can start to really push the exploration into the new area. So there we go. We're going to do that. We're going to do bot assemblers on the roof of those. So we need to go a little bit higher. Because metal is a constant issue, and we do have a decent supply of scrap metal, I'm going to build 2 more smelters that are going to be run by bots. I'm going to build more bot chargers. Let's get these set up. So we do chassis, limbs, heads, chassis, limbs, heads. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that. I'm going to put a universal power connection in there. You can be changed to be beavers now because you're just doing replanting. You will be becoming bots. go. And those were set to be bots. So, and then what we're going to do is we're going to build the other bot assemblers on the water out over these. Like that. And then I think I'll build some storage around here for the bot parts. And we will make sure that those are prioritized by haulers as they come online as well. Yeah. Dirt is full, and we don't really need dirt at the moment, so that can be paused. Loving the power grid. If they really pumped out all of the bad water over here already, yeah, we need to spot out our bad water supply. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. So that's still being built. They're almost to this, so we want to prioritize these by haulers so that they can get the materials to build this one. This is the priority one. So I think we'll do the work up here first to be having just fresh water coming into here. And then we'll start to worry about clearing this out. And I think what we're going to have to do is probably cut some sort of drainage channel and then rebuild. But we'll see. We'll see. I could... I guess. Given how low that's got now, just bring... No, I can't actually. Can't, because they're going to need to be able to get to that. And yeah. No, I don't want to risk a beaver getting contaminated. We'll sort that another time. Let's do one job at a time, and the one job is getting this built, which I'm going to get done between videos, because I need to get this one edited and rendered and uploaded, because otherwise there's no way you guys are going to see it tomorrow. So thanks for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Please comment questions or suggestions below. I really do appreciate them. They really do help, particularly with things like this and me disconnecting stuff. So, yep, they are welcome. And I will see you guys next time.